Hey everyone, it's Jack and Adam from Cultaholic.com. It's Thursday and it's time for the bloody news. I had a dream last night that I was at a wrestling festival where it was like a music festival, but all the different stages and tents were different little buildings with wrestling venues inside.
So like different promotions at each...
Yeah, but I couldn't. In my dream, it wasn't like that's Ring of Honor. There was no promotions. It was just we were just wandering in between.
And what was your role in all of this?
I can't remember, but I was
just a punter.
I was hanging out with Moose. No, I was like in the business.
You're hanging out with Moose?
Yeah.
Headlines.
First of all, a debuting NXT superstar has sadly sustained an injury. Next up, we take a look at all of the spoilers from last night's NXT tapings. And finally, Dixie Carter has come back with a blistering response to Randy Orton's words on this week's SmackDown, and they're pretty insulting. So first up, yes, sadly, a debuting NXT superstar has been injured, and that is Chelsea Green, formerly known as Laurel Von Ness in Impact and stuff, where she was the bride and
Crazy
everything.
Lipstick everywhere.
Yep, and then she really seemed to gain a lot of attention at All In, where she was in the four-way women's match where she did Dolph Ziggler's woo 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 thing as a reference to a real life boy. I just remember that spot. It was nice, but the whole match was good, and she seems to be someone who has a knack for just character work. She's fully into her character.
Absolutely. Very talented. Very talented indeed.
But unfortunately, she did break her wrist mid-match during her Full Sail NXT debut.
Yes, so she had a match with Jessie, which she won, which is pretty bloody amazing. Yeah, she powered through. Lots of replies. She announced this on Twitter last night, saying that she had the opportunity to wrestle for the first time at Full Sail for WWE NXT after years of dreaming it. She broke her wrist mid-match. It will require surgery, first thing tomorrow morning. It sucks, I'm upset, I'm angry, I'm sore, but I'll be back soon. Oh yeah, and I won the match.
Hey.
There you go.
Yeah, she also said this is just a tiny bump in the road, and I saw Cody Rhodes retweeted it and put a tiny bump indeed.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I saw that before I saw the news, so I just saw Cody Rhodes go, tiny bump indeed.
She's unbelievably liked. If you check out the replies to her tweet, everyone, Kairi Sane, Matt Jackson, Bull James, Cheeseburger, all sending their best, which is very nice. Yeah, she's great, and hopefully she'll be back soon, because I think she's got a lot of potential.
Do you think she's got future NXT Women's Champion potential?
Big time.
Me too.
Big time.
Me too. Yeah, absolutely. But I also said Darby Allin is going to one day be NXT Champion, and that was a bold shout.
Yeah.
He's not even in NXT.
Foolish, yeah.
No, I think he can do it.
Good luck.
I believe. Next up, thank you to Brian Druckenmiller, who personally, I'm assuming he lives in Florida, or certainly attended the tapings, who personally emailed the account with the results from last night's tapings. Now, we must, of course, issue a massive, massive spoiler warning, especially given the current situation in NXT with Tommaso Ciampa, unfortunately, having had to undergo neck surgery, which means that the title was, likely vacated and everything. So we're going to get into these spoilers, and it's going to change the landscape, I think, of NXT a little
forever.
A little bit. Forever, in the run-up to TakeOver New York, it's called, isn't it? Not TakeOver Brooklyn,
That's correct.
TakeOver New York City, just New York. So these are sort of selected spoilers, kind of like the extended highlights. We've got a few sort of things that are of little consequence that happen, but these are the key beats that you need to know heading forwards into TakeOver New York. Right, so first of all, who's there in the Full Sail zone? That's Triple H. It's Triple H who comes out with the vacated NXT title. He said that he was planning on coming out to hype Gargano versus Ciampa, but when one dream ends, another begins. Ooh, Velveteen Dream. Not just him.
No.
A fatal five-way match to determine the number one contender for, well, not the number one contender, but yeah, the number one contender, to determine Gargano's opponent at TakeOver.
For the vacated title.
They're both number one contenders, Gargano and whoever wins this match. The participants being Ricochet, Adam Cole, Aleister Black, Velveteen Dream, and Matt Riddle. Now, the winner would go on to face Gargano in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Ooh, at TakeOver New York.
And the five-way's happening right now as well.
And looking at the guys
immediately. It might be changed in the taping, I guess.
But it would happen right now, now next.
Immediately.
And looking at all 5 guys in it, they could all have an amazing 2 out of 3 falls match with Johnny Gargano.
Totally.
But yeah. But the match highlights were Matt Riddle had Dream in the bro mission and Dream tapped out, but Adam Cole was distracting the ref. Oh my goodness. Ricochet hit an insane Frankensteiner 2 Dream from off the top rope to the outside onto Cole and Black. Ricochet got some distance on his shooting star to Riddle as well. So it sounds like Ricochet was really going all out, but
Tell us who won.
It was Adam Cole.
Baby! 2 out of 3 falls. Gargano Cole.
That's going to be great.
That's going to be unbelievable.
Can't wait.
2 out of 3 falls as well.
Wrestlers of the Week points.
Oh, I'm so excited for that. So excited.
Next up, Punishment Martinez picked up a big win over Riddick Moss. I say a big win, like for making his way up the ladder, up the pecking order. Jobbers, it says here, literally not even given names. I'm assuming these are Brian's notes.
That's correct, yeah.
Or are they your adapted version?
No, these are Brian's notes.
Right, Brian's put Jobbers, literally not even given names, versus the War Raiders. Guess who won? The War Raiders. Afterwards, they grabbed their mics and gave a message to their takeover opponents, who will be the winners of the Dusty Rhodes Classic.
Correct.
You don't have to listen, you just have to watch. Bring out the next team. They had another match against Caesar Bononi. Oh.
Right. Killed them, yeah.
Kairi Sane versus Bianca Belair. But it doesn't get a good finish because Shayna Baszler and those dastardly horsewomen, minus Ronda Rousey,
scum,
come out and break up the match. But then guess who comes out to help? Io Shirai. The refs come out to break things up and then call for help. The entire women's roster comes out. Insanity ensues, says Brian. Io is left in the ring with... Don't worry, Brian, it's all under control. It just looks as though insanity is going on, but it's fine. Io's left in the ring with the belt and holds it up. Oh, Kairi looks at her in a bit of a confused way. Are they just going to go full out in a few months' time with Sane versus Io?
We'll get to it.
Oh. A face-to-face encounter between Gargano and Cole with the NXT title in the ring between them. Symbolism. Gargano discussed his journey to get there and how he earned everything he's been given. Cole called back to debut in the Barclays Center when he beat up Drew McIntyre at TakeOver Brooklyn 3 and held the title up, looking forward to holding it up again in the same building. Cole says he's going to win. Oh, he's very honest, because he's got his Undisputed Era cronies with him.
Yeah, they're the tactics. Look out for it.
Fair enough. Connor Reeves, his long-awaited TV return versus Matt Riddle, who beats him with the Bro Mission. During the match, though, Velveteen Dream's music hit and he was pushed out while lying on a couch perched to the top of the ramp to watch the match. That's
incredible.
So Velveteen Dream.
It is.
When Riddle won, Dream announced that he would be defending the North American title against Riddle at TakeOver. I actually saw this one tweeted out by someone, by Jacob Cohen, I think, on Twitter. And I put, it's good to see that DFS sale still on. There's two women either side, as if they're presenting the sofa. It's good.
Vintage Jack the Jobber.
Thank you. The Dusty Rhodes, I've interrupted a new story to tell a joke that I've already put out there. Dusty Rhodes Classic Finals, the Forgotten Sons versus Gargano versus Ricochet and Aleister Black. Now, interestingly, because we know pretty much that Ricochet and Aleister Black are moving on soon. Moving on. But I thought maybe they would have lost this match. They didn't, they won. They won the Dusty Rhodes Classic.
To me suggests that they're really setting them up to be a team with some longevity on the main roster, which is surprising.
Yeah, but then
the original
and Samoa Joe have won it before.
True, yeah.
And
but they did in fact win it, and they will go on to challenge the War Raiders at NXT TakeOver New York, which is going to be another fantastic match.
Well, we've got they gave a post-show speech, a very emotional one. Took turns thanking the fans and discussing how NXT is the best thing in the wrestling scene today, which it's kind of hard to argue against, really. It was about a 10-minute speech in total, but they do fully deserve it. Now we've got the likely takeover card here, which is off the charts. It's so good.
Yeah, some of these are confirmed, some of these are speculation based on what we've seen at these tapings. So the first one which is concerned, Matt Riddle versus Velveteen Dream for the North American title. Going to be
really good.
Wonderful. War Raiders versus Black and Ricochet for the NXT tag titles. Adam Cole versus Johnny Gargano in a 2 out of 3 falls match.
Potentially match of the year stuff.
Yes, absolutely. Volta versus Pete Dunne for the NXT UK title.
Potentially match of the year stuff.
And then these are two that may or may not happen, but they look fairly likely. One less so, but Shayna Baszler, versus Kairi Sane versus Io Shirai versus Bianca Belair for the NXT Women's title, and maybe it deserves to be on there. Keith Lee versus Dominic
Dijakovic.
Thank you.
Dijakovic.
Yeah.
Dijakovic.
We need Marrow here.
Big Dom. But yeah, that match was supposed to happen at these tapings, I think, that rematch, but it didn't.
Yes.
So there's a little note that Brian's included here, or you have, not sure which one to give credit to. You.
Yeah.
Possible, but maybe it was set up in backstage promo.
Yeah, they might have filmed something and it might be inserted into the episode. We don't know yet. They don't tend to have more than 5 matches on a card, but they deserve it. That match would be great as well.
A seismic set of NXT tapings, really. The past couple of NXT tapings seem to have been filled not only with big storyline stuff, but really quality matches as well. So
can't wait to watch the 5-way.
I'm very excited. And finally, if you can't handle the banter, get out of the banter arena, because Dixie Carter's coming in all guns blazing with a response to Randy Orton. First of all, she didn't respond directly to Randy Orton, but on SmackDown, he said that when AJ Styles was getting a tan in Florida with Dixie Carter, he was facing The Undertaker in the main event of WrestleMania.
It was a fantastic promo. You're making that seem bad. That was amazing.
No, it was really good. Sorry, that was really good. He also said that Styles in 2004, when he was becoming the youngest world champion in WWE history, Styles was shaking hands with his opponents in bingo halls. But then Styles came out and said, well, you may be tailor-made to be a WWE superstar, but you couldn't get to where I got to through my route with just this. He did that like unenthusiastically as well. And a knockoff diamond cutter.
You know what? It's got me invested in that feud in one promo. The backstage promos weren't working for me. That was unbelievable.
It was great.
Wonderful.
It was really, really fun.
Anyway, Dixie.
Well, so this started off where her, well, I'm assuming her nephew, unless he's using a bit of funny slang. But
I think he's just saying Aunt Dixie.
Oh, not my Aunt Dixie. I've misread there.
I don't think this is her nephew. But regardless, he's blocked me.
Well, we know.
Not sure.
Oh, really?
I don't know why.
We know who her nephew
Never met
is anyway.
the bloke.
Trouble. Yeah, it is. So this is from @JP Outerhaven, Adam's nemesis, apparently. Twitter telling me that @TNA Dixie is trending from SmackDown Live. Randy Orton comment about AJ Styles tanning in Florida with Dixie Carter. Well, he's an articulate bloke, I'll give him that. So Dixie responds, quote retweets it, and says, AJ Styles and I never had to tan as we were always golden. My historical recollection is different than yours, Randy Orton.
Oh, that'll show him.
No, you can't be saying stuff like that. Oh, Mum, get the camera. Oh,
she could have done something really great there, couldn't she? And she's bottled it.
She has bottled it.
There you go. Great promo. Great response.
Dixie,
cheers, Dixie.
You've let the side down there, my friend. But looking forward to Styles versus Orton.
Yeah.
Thanks very much for watching, and let us know what you think in the comments section down below. You can follow Cultaholic on Twitter @Cultaholic and on Facebook at facebook.com/Cultaholic. If you enjoy what we do, then please do check out our Patreon, patreon.com/Cultaholic, where you can pledge. And don't forget, of course, most importantly of all, to hit subscribe and to join us.